This morning finds me singing a little bit of those public land blues. I got two guys that come in underneath me a little bit into legal light.
I just saw a third guy out that way. I'm not expecting to have anything come from the right, but I'm expecting them to go to the right, and I was going to make a play on them up there, but now there's 3 people, so obviously I can't do that. Those first 2, one pushed off toward my plan A spot, and the other one kept going through this junk. My thought was for this morning that hopefully one of those 2 bucks that I saw where they went and bedded make a mistake and bed on something I can work with. I would love to see one bed on these down logs that are right out in front of me. But I also haven't won the lotto either, so yesterday the one I know was a whitetail buck didn't come in for probably 90 minutes, maybe as long as 2 hours into legal time. I'd love for him to wander down this way and settle down on the wrong side of the fence, or in my case, the right side of the fence. Oh, I see one of the guys. That's not a bad spot. That's actually where I was thinking of sitting last night. If that buck were to leave that bedding where he went to and go to the right, to the north. But like I said, there's a 4-strand fence right there that tucks in tight to the trees. I don't think he can jump over it right there. I'm sure there's a spot or 2 in there, but why would he do that if he can just walk out right onto the ag field? Of course, today is the day that he walks the edge of that field, keeps going straight, walks right in front of that dude, and he shoots him at 50 yards. This whole line is turkeys. Heading right to that guy.
I'm watching out here, seeing how the turkeys are going to react to this guy. I'm also wondering if they're not going to carry him off. And then I catch movement below me. Alright, I gotta go make a move. Shot fired. 2 shots fired. I got one coming my way. It's a doe. I catch a glimpse of her up high, so I start making a move.
Well, I'm thinking I should have been in my plan A spot. There would have been a lot of pandemonium there. That's for sure. I came this way, that doe was over here. She had her back to me, and then she disappeared. So I went to come over here and try to get her again. She was a quarter mile away. Whew. Probably end up going down and seeing what they got. Wow, I actually went further than I thought. Stuff's way over there. I definitely want a down dress though. It's getting warm. It's supposed to be up in the 50s today, close to 60. So what happened was, I said, I got to go make a move. Turn the camera off and was fixing to drop my gear or just go. I don't know what I was going to do, but I was going to do something. Shot rang out. Turn the camera back on, second shot rang out. One doe came this way, and by that time, the other guy I think had shot. So I went to make my moves on this one doe. I was like, well, that buck's blown out now, he ain't coming back, so might as well get this doe if she's up here, and almost got a shot on her. But then, like I said, I went over here to go get back up with her, got in behind her, and she was facing away, and then she went over the rise of the hill. So I went to that rise she was on. I look over, she's 400 yards away, whitetail just running. So that's that. Come back to my backpack, take this stuff off, because now I'm cooking. Cover a few hundred yards pretty quick and you get warmed up good. We'll have to go down here and see what they got. I think either way this spot's blown out, I guess. I mean, now there's 2 guys walking around down in there, and if they each shot a deer, there's going to be a whole lot of activity going on over there. So I don't expect tonight or tomorrow morning we'll have anything going on. So I may need to just pick another spot completely and keep this in mind. Man, if I was sitting in my plan A spot, there probably would have just been some pandemonium. I wouldn't have known that they crossed the fence, even though that's probably only 60, 70 yards from me. I wouldn't have been able to see or hear that probably. But after that first shot, who knows what would have happened. Like I said, I don't know if they shot 2 does and that big boy might have just ran right past my plan A spot. I don't know, but they each shot twice, so we'll see what that means. Those guys were really nice guys, and it was actually 3 of them. So the 3 people I saw were the 3, they were all in the same group. And the one got a doe, real nice big whitetail doe. I helped them drag that bad boy out, and now we're trying to figure out where to go for the rest of the day. It's quite a warm day, so there's no need to just huddle up somewhere. I'd probably go in, maybe just walk through the woods, see if I bump something. I mean, those deer this morning, they went up in this direction, they went north, so they're up in here somewhere. So I'm thinking maybe I go move slowly through these cottonwoods and maybe see something, maybe bump something up, and it gives me a chance, and then go find maybe my spot to sit for the rest of the day. I don't know, but that's all I got going on. You know, if I was sitting in my plan A spot, they might have come right by me after they shot, after that fella shot, and it definitely would have been pandemonium. And
in hindsight. If I would have been sitting at the spot I thought I was going to sit this morning, I would have been over another 150 yards, and that buck would have been in range when he jumped the fence. It would have been at about 211 yards. And if I had ranged that corner, that buck was only 242 yards from where I was sitting, which is kind of the whole point of why I zero at 200 yards, because all I would have had to have done was just aim slightly above the halfway mark and make a good shot, and it would have been money in the bank. Yeah. So a little regret there. If I would have been in my plan A spot, or the spot I had picked out from the ground level looking up, that buck would have been in range. Those guys are hunting on doe tags too, so. Then the guy was actually looking the other way when they came down and jumped the fence. So he didn't see them. He thought they came from the right side, but they actually had obviously come from the left, because by the time he saw them, they were kind of turned around and looking back the way they came. At that point, the big buck was actually in the lead from the way he was seeing it, from them thinking they came in right to left. So I would have had a shot on that buck, and he still probably would have got a shot on a doe. Some of them scattered, some of them didn't. Anyway, that's a little sour grapes, but it's nice to see somebody else have some good luck. They walked right in, sat down, and killed one. So definitely good luck. I have got what I think is an awesome spot. I am tucked up in here real good. The sun is going to set right back here, so I'll be in a nice shadow. I've got some vantage points. I can see through the brush, probably 200 yards that way. I can see pieces all throughout. I've got about a 100-yard lane right here, probably a 50-yard lane right here. And I can observe all through here, and I can either make a shot right in here, or I can wait and twist around. I've got a hole right in here, and then it gets wide open right back here. The wind is like this, so it's perfect, because I think they're bedded all back in there, because I got them figured out. There's an old truck cab right there I really wanted to use, but it doesn't look down that lane. It looks really good up this way, but if I just sit here casually, I'll be able to observe up there. I'll probably break a couple of these twigs, just so if something does come out right there, I have the opportunity to just shoot right there. I'm just about set up on that spot that I had talked about, historic roost sites. Right over there is a pile of turkey poop. So I have a feeling they're going to come right back in here. And wouldn't you know it, all those turkeys are trying to come back to roost right from my 6 o'clock. One comes within a few yards of me. Scares itself out of there. I don't know if deer speak turkey, but if they do, they certainly aren't coming over here. I'm kind of waiting for the turkeys to realize that they can go another route, or they can actually fly over me. If they would have come in through the other 4/5 of the pie, no issue. Sounded like they were going to loop around my left, but it seems like they've hung up over there.
Finally, they worked themselves around on my left. And then it's time to roost. Now the video doesn't do it justice, but the sights and sounds of 300 birds roosting in about a half a dozen trees is pretty awesome. The closest bird to me on the limb was probably 40-50 yards. Last morning, best morning. You know you're out there when this happens. You push scan and you get nothing. Well, I'm afraid this morning didn't pan out with anything. All I saw was one squirrel that kept barking at me and junk. So that's going to wrap up this trip. I really want to get back out here for another stab at it, but Jeff flies in tomorrow, so I'm picking him up from the airport. He's out here on business, and I fly out to North Carolina on the 12th to go link up with Phil. We got a lot planned for that trip. Maybe we're biting off more than we can chew, but we're gonna try to fit it all in. That's gonna wrap us up out here in eastern Colorado. Hope you liked this video, and if you did, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button down there. For real, hit that subscribe button. 90% of my views come from non-subscribers, so you non-subscribers, hit that button. Thanks for watching.